Let's see the topic. Effect of volume at chemical equilibrium. Okay. So what is the effect of volume at equilibrium? We already discussed about effect of pressure clearly. Okay. So effect of volume. So you know about ideal gas equation. PV is equals to nRT. This is ideal gas equation. Ideal gas equation. This is a ideal gas equation. Ideal gas equation. Suppose here N and T and R, these are constants. These are constants. Then what happened? PV is equals to constant. Am I right? PV is equals to constant. So from this one, P is inversely proportional V. Am I right? P is inversely proportional V. So it is Boyle's law, you know. So where temperature is constant and N is constant, then P is inversely proportional volume of the gas. Okay. That means if pressure is high, volume is decreases. If pressure is low, that means volume is high. Volume is high, that means number of moles per unit volume decreases. So where pressure volume is high means less, means number of moles is high. Is it clear? Pressure is increases, number of moles is also increases. Pressure is decreases, number of moles is also decreases. When pressure is high, number of moles increases. When volume is decreases, number of moles is increases. Okay. So here clearly P is inversely proportional to the volume. Okay. Is it clear? So here the first thing is, what is the effect of volume at chemical equilibrium? At chemical equilibrium. Okay. So in that, the statement is, if increase the volume, the chemical equilibrium shifts towards more number of moles side, more number of moles side. Okay. That means if volume is increases, suppose in the system, this is V. Okay. This is the system. This is the system. Is it clear? So now the reaction at equilibrium. In that equilibrium reaction, we increase the volume. Am I right? We increase the volume. That means system can try to decrease the volume. Am I right? If we increase the volume, system can try to decrease the volume. So decrease the volume means number of moles is high or not? Number of moles is high. Decrease the volume means, it means number of moles is high. Number of moles is high. Okay. So volume is increases means number of moles is decreases. Number of moles is decreases. Am I right? So if we increase the volume at equilibrium, that means we decrease the number of moles. Am I right? Is it clear? The system can do now. We increase the volume, system try to decrease the volume. Volume decreases means number of moles is increases. Now system try to increase the number of moles. That means how it increase the number of moles? So that means the reaction moves towards to less number of moles side. Let's see the example regarding this. H2 plus is reversible to NH3. H2 plus N2, 2 moles of NH3. It is a gaseous chemical equilibrium, you know. Now, in this equilibrium, we increase the volume. We increase the we increase the volume. Is it clear? We increase the volume. Increase the volume means then system we increase the volume, system try to decrease the volume. System try to decrease the volume. Volume decrease means number of moles is high. Number of moles is high. So now the equilibrium reaction shift towards to more number of moles side. So if we increase the volume of the chemical equilibrium, then it shifts towards more number of moles side. Now how many moles are present here? 3 plus 1. That means 4 moles. How many moles? 4 moles. And what about here? How many moles we have? 2 moles. So here in this case volume is increases, am I right? Volume is high. So volume high means the equilibrium shift towards to more number of mole side. So that means reaction is more number of mole side means in this direction, am I right? More number of moles. 2 moles, 4 moles. More number of moles towards more number of moles. That means reaction is backward. Reaction is backward reaction takes place. Backward reaction takes place. Is it clear, all of you? The first point, if we increase the volume, the equilibrium shift towards more number of moles side. Is it clear? So that means we increase the volume, system can try to decrease the volume. So when volume is decreases, number of moles is high. That means equilibrium moves towards more number of moles side. Is it clear? So in the volume, the second case is if you decrease the volume at equilibrium, then equilibrium shift towards less number of mole side. Less number of mole side. Is it clear? Suppose this is the expression SO2 plus O2 is reversible SO3. Is it clear? It is a gaseous chemical equilibrium, am I right? Gaseous chemical equilibrium. Is it clear? So now in the equilibrium volume is decrease. Volume is decrease. So now we decrease the volume. We decrease the volume. Volume decreases means number of moles is high. Number of moles is high. So now system can do, we decrease the volume, automatically system can try to increase the volume. So increase the volume is number of moles is decreases. Am I right? Number of moles is decreases. Is it clear? So we decrease the volume, automatically system can try to increase the volume. Why it is increase the volume? To get equilibrium again. To get equilibrium again. Actually, if any chemical reaction at equilibrium, okay, so it is at very pleasant condition, there is no disturbance. Suddenly we make some disturbance, that means we decrease the volume. Okay, then system try to get this stable. So how it is try to get equilibrium and how it get stable again? So we decrease the volume, so we make some disturbance in the system. That means now system try to get equilibrium again. That means it again increase the volume. It opposite against. Am I right? So we increase the volume. We decrease the volume, automatically system increase the volume. Volume increases means number of moles decreases. Remember this. Okay? Is it clear, ma? So the now equilibrium moves towards less number of moles side. So if we decrease the volume at equilibrium, then equilibrium shift towards to less number of moles side. So now here how many moles we have? 2 plus 1 means 3 moles at left hand side, 3 moles. In the right hand side we have 2 moles, am I right? 2 moles. So less number of moles side means less number of moles side when volume is decreased. Volume is decreased. So less number of moles side means the reaction proceeds towards forward direction clearly. So the reaction is forward. Forward direction. So finally, so forward reaction takes place here. Which direction? In this case especially. So in the above condition, forward reaction takes place in the above example. Forward reaction. Okay. So come to example 2. PCl5 is reversible PCl3 plus Cl2. Okay, PCl3 plus Cl2. So now at this equilibrium condition we decrease the volume. We decrease the volume. Am I right? So this is we decrease the volume means number of moles is high. Am I right? Now system can do. Now system try to increase the volume. That means number of moles is decreases. Am I right? If volume is increases, number of moles are decreases. If volume is less, number of moles is increases. Am I right? So number of moles is decreases. So now here we have 1 mole. Here we have 1 plus 1, 2 moles. So here we have 1 mole. Here we have 2 moles. So volume decreases, the reaction moves towards less number of moles side, less number of moles side, less number of moles side. So where less number of moles in the above equation? So in the left hand direction. So more number moles to less number moles. That means which direction it is? Backward. Which direction? Backward reaction takes place. Am I right? Backward reaction takes place in the above examples. Okay. If in third case, if number of moles are equal at equilibrium, then there is no effect of volume at equilibrium. No effect of volume. Okay. In which case number of moles are equal. In this case there is no effect of volume at equilibrium. So let's see the example. H2 plus Cl2 is reversible to HCl. To HCl. It is a gas. It is gas. It is the gas. Okay. So now how many moles here we have? 1 plus 1, 2 moles. Here we have 2 moles. Now what about delta N? Number of moles of product, number of moles of reactants. That becomes 0 or not? Clearly 0. Am I right? So delta N is equals 0 in this case. That means number of moles are both sides equal. Suppose in this case we increase the volume. Increase the volume means number of moles is decreases. Now system can do it. We increase the volume, system can try to decrease the volume. That means it increase the number of moles. Okay. So volume increases means number of moles is high. Am I right? So at high volume the equilibrium shift towards to less number of moles side. Now how can we decide which one having less number of moles in the above equilibrium? Both sides are equal. Am I right? Both side number of moles are equal at reactant side and product side. So if we increase the volume at the system, the chemical equilibrium shift towards to more number of moles right now. Where more number of moles in the above expression? Is it left side or right side? There is no way to calculate, no way to find no way to predict the number of moles in which side is more. Why? Because here both side number of moles are equal. That means there is no effect of volume. Why? Because number of moles are equal. Then how can we decide in which side number of moles are high? No way. That means number of moles are equal. Actually when volume is increases, number of moles is the chemical equilibrium moves towards to more number of moles side. But here both moles are equal. Okay. That means no effect of volume. No effect of volume. Am I right? No effect of volume. Suppose in the above equation or expression we decrease the volume. Am I right? Decrease the volume means number of moles is increases. Now system can try. It try to increase the volume. Am I right? Increase the volume means number of moles is decreases. Number of moles is decreases. Now the equilibrium position moves towards less number of moles. When less number of moles in the above equilibrium, there is no way. Okay. So here also no effect of volume, even it is decrease or increases when number of moles are equal. Where delta N is equals 0. Am I right? Delta N is equals 0. Then no effect of volume at equilibrium, even if we can increase or decreases. Okay, there is no change in the equilibrium. Remember this, very very important. Okay. We already discussed about effect of pressure at equilibrium. So now this one is effect of volume at equilibrium. Finally, a shortcut notes regarding this topic. Volume is increases, equilibrium position shift towards more number of moles side. Am I right? If volume is decreases, then equilibrium position shift towards less number of mole side. Less number of mole side, equilibrium shift towards less number of. If pressure is high, then equilibrium position shift towards pressure is high, then equilibrium position shift towards less number of mole side. Less number of mole side. Okay. Less number of mole side. If pressure is decreases, then equilibrium position shift towards to more number of mole side. More number of moles side means N value is increases. Okay. Is it clear? If If delta n is equals to 0, then no effect of pressure and volume at equilibrium. There is no effect of pressure and volume when number of moles are equal. Example H2 plus I2 is reversible to HI. Am I right? Is it clear? Example 2, H2 plus Cl2 is reversible to HCl. Okay, where delta n is equals 0. Am I right? Delta n is equals 0. No effect of pressure and volume in given chemical equilibrium. Is it clear? This is a shortcut notation regarding to effect of pressure and volume. And the next factor, effect of catalyst. Very, very important. Effect of catalyst. Okay, catalyst. So what is mean by catalyst here? Catalyst is a substance which alter the rate of reaction. Catalyst is a substance which alter the rate of reaction. That means catalyst increase the rate of the reaction sometimes, but some catalysts also try to decrease the rate of the reaction. The catalyst which increase the rate of the reaction is called as positive catalyst. The catalyst which decrease the rate of the reaction is called as negative catalyst. Am I right? So finally, catalyst is a substance which alter the rate of the reaction. That means it increase the rate of the reaction or decrease the rate of the reaction. Okay. So catalyst is a chemical substance which alter the rate of reaction. Rate of reaction means how it proceed with maximum speed or minimum speed. Okay. So the speed of the reaction, how it moves fast or slow, that is called rate of reaction. Okay. So speed of reaction, rate of reaction, speed of reaction. So let, for example, H2 plus N2 is reversible to NH3. This one is gas, this one is gas. It is a Haber process, you know. So what is the name of the process? Formation of ammonia through Haber process. Haber process we call it is. In a Haber process, we use some catalyst like iron. Iron is a catalyst. Iron is a catalyst. So, what is the importance of catalyst iron here? Importance of catalyst iron here, it increase the rate of reaction. Okay, it speed up the reaction or it speed up the reaction. Okay, speed up the reaction. Catalyst is a substance which alters the rate of the reaction. So in a particular case, it increases the rate of the reaction. Okay, so catalyst is a substance which shorter the rate of the reaction and add one more point, without consuming in the chemical reaction, that means catalyst cannot react with reactants and products. Remember it, catalyst cannot react with chemical reaction with reactants and product, but it just increase the rate of the reaction. Catalyst cannot react with reactants and products, but it just increase the rate of the reaction, just speed up the rate of the reaction, okay, but it doesn't consume in the reaction. That means it is either react with reactants or nor with products, okay, it doesn't react with reactants and products, neither reactants nor products, am I right? It doesn't involve chemically with reactants and product, chemically does not react with these reactants and product. After the reaction, again we can remove the catalyst from the reaction, okay. So before we just add some catalyst. Now what is the work of this catalyst? It just increase the rate of the reaction or decrease the rate of the reaction. Suppose in this equation it increase the rate of the reaction and it speed up the reaction, am I right? Is it clear? So it bring the equilibrium fastly, am I right? Suppose this reaction takes place, suppose this reaction takes place 10 minutes to complete. 10 minutes to complete. Am I right? That means without catalyst. This reaction takes place to complete 8 minutes in presence of catalyst. That means time decreases means rate of reaction is fast, am I right? So that means speed of reaction is very high, am I right? So catalyst doesn't interact with, that means doesn't interact chemically with reactants and products, but it is just increase the rate of the reaction. After the reaction we can able to remove the catalyst again, remember this, okay? So without consuming in the chemical reaction means after the reaction we can again remove the catalyst, okay, is it clear? It doesn't react with reactants and product, remember, just it speed up the reaction. So finally what we conclude from catalyst? No effect of catalyst at equilibrium position, no effect of catalyst at equilibrium position. That means it cannot disturb the chemical equilibrium position. That means neither forward nor backward, but it just increase the rate of the reaction, just speed up the rate of reaction, am I right? So no effect of catalyst at equilibrium. It cannot disturb the chemical equilibrium reaction, but the attainment of equilibrium fastly. That means it increase the rate of reaction in both side equally, remember this, catalyst can increase the rate of the reaction or speed up the rate of reaction equal in both sides. Speed of reaction in forward equals to speed of reaction backward reaction. Am I right? So rate of forward reaction is equals rate of backward reaction. Catalyst cannot interact with reactant and product chemically. Remember it. After the reaction, we can remove the catalyst again. But its main important here we add is to increase the rate of the reaction to bring the equilibrium fastly. To attain the equilibrium position fastly. Suppose the equilibrium reaction exists at 10 minutes without catalyst. In presence of catalyst, it's bring the time with 8 minutes only. That means it decrease the time, that means increase the rate of reaction. Am I right? Is that clear? Catalyst just increase the rate of the reaction in forward or backward direction. Okay? But it doesn't disturb the equilibrium position. It doesn't disturb the, that means there is no increasing in the concentration of the reactants, no increasing in the concentration of the products. So equilibrium is same. There is no change in the equilibrium. But it just speed up the reaction in forward and backward direction only. So finally what we conclude, this point is very important. What is the effect of catalyst at chemical equilibrium? So what is the effect? No effect of the catalyst at chemical equilibrium. That means it cannot disturb the chemical equilibrium position. But the equilibrium attainment of equilibrium is fastly. That means it brings the equilibrium very fast. Okay. So that is, it increase the rate of reaction both sides equally. That means catalyst increase the rate of reaction in forward and backward is same. There is no partiality. Okay. So finally catalyst cannot disturb the equilibrium position. Where iron is catalyst, it doesn't interact with reactants and products chemically. Okay. So but it increase the rate of the reaction. Okay, is it clear? Finally, catalyst cannot disturb the chemical equilibrium position. Okay. And the last factor, adding of inert gases, or we call noble gases at equilibrium reaction. That means effect of adding of inert gases or noble gases. Okay. So give me some example for inert gas. Inert gases, some examples, you know very well. Example, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. Am I right? These are all noble gases or inert gases. So inert gases means these are chemically inert. That doesn't involve in chemical reaction at ordinary conditions. They do not interact chemically with other elements at ordinary conditions. So these are called as chemical inert gases. Inert means they are unable to react with others. They are unable to participate in chemical reaction. So inert gases means not interact chemically, not interact chemically. Remember this. Suppose if we add in a chemical equilibrium reaction, inert gas are added in a chemical reaction, then there is no reaction with reactants or with products. Remember this. Then what is the effect of adding of inert gases in equilibrium position? Equilibrium position. Chemically they doesn't involve in reaction, but by adding these inert gases, is there any change in the equilibrium position? Either it is forward or backward. That is the main important point here we have. Okay. So now we consider inert gases. This is inert gases, maybe suppose argon or any other inert gases. These are all inert gases. So here we have two factors. In that first one is adding of inert gas at constant volume. At constant volume. V is constant. V is constant. Volume is constant. Volume is constant. At constant volume. Volume is constant, suppose. Okay. Note this point, very very important. At constant volume, the equilibrium position not affect at constant volume. By adding inert gases to the chemical equilibrium reaction, no effect. That means no change in the chemical equilibrium position. Chemical equilibrium position. It doesn't change the equilibrium position. It doesn't change the equilibrium position. So by adding inert gases at a constant value, at a constant volume, so no effect at equilibrium position. Okay, no effect at equilibrium position. So no effect at equilibrium position. Let's see. Tell me, is there any effect of chemical equilibrium position by adding inert gases at constant volume? No. No effect of adding of inert gases at chemical equilibrium. There is no change in the equilibrium position. Okay? So it is a constant. Remember it. So now it is a vessel. Considered as a vessel. Now volume is constant. Now this is the volume. Am I right? So V is constant. Volume is constant. Volume is constant. Am I right? Volume is constant. Now the reaction is, suppose N2O4 is reversible to NO2. To NO2. To NO2. Volume is constant. Okay, now we add some inert gas, like argon, suppose. Okay, so now write the Kp expression. Write Kp expression for above equilibrium. Kp expression means P of NO2, am I right? P of N, partial pressure of NO2, this is the product. What is the power? 2. And come to here, partial pressure of P of N2O4, am I right? This is the Kp expression. This is the Kp expression, am I right? That is the Kp expression. Is it clear? We know how to write Kp and Kc. Here we are discussing about gases and pressure. Okay? Volume is constant. Am I right? Then we add inert gases in the given equilibrium in the container. Now is there any change in the equilibrium position? Change means either it is forward or backward by adding inert gases. Am I right? Kept volume is constant. Okay? There is no change in the volume. No volume constant means here no change. No change in volume. Okay? So here we add inert gases in the mixer. Is there any change in the position of the equilibrium? That means is it move or forward or backward? Is there any changes that happened? Okay? So let's say this is the Kp expression. Now partial pressure of, now I would like to calculate these values, P of NO2. Partial pressure of NO2 is equals, partial pressure of NO2 equals number of moles of NO2 by total moles of the mixer, and both moles, this moles and this moles. Number of moles of NO2 by number of total moles, okay, into total pressure. This is the PNO2 expression, already this one. Partial pressure of any gas equals number of moles of the gases by total number of moles in the mixer into total pressure. This is the total pressure of the mixer. Total pressure of the mixer is taken as PT. And number of moles of NO2 taken as suppose NO2. And number of total moles means number of moles of N2O4 and number of moles of NO2 suppose. Okay. Then it gives partial pressure of NO2. Is it clear, all of you? Next write for second one. P N2O4. Am I right? Then number of moles of N2O4 by total number of moles into total pressure. This is the expression. Now keep these values in this expression. Then Kp is equals, first write P NO2 whole square, am I right? NO2 P total pressure, total moles to the power 2, am I right? P NO2 whole square by, and come to here P N2O4, what is the value? Number of moles of N2O4 by total moles into P total pressure. Am I right? PT means total pressure. This is the Kp expression. So, you remember one thing, P is directly proportional N. P is directly proportional N. That means if P is increases, number of moles increases. If P is decreases, number of moles also decreases. P means pressure here. Okay. So once see here, suppose in this equation pressure at numerator, am I right? Number of total moles at denominator, am I right? Numerator this value, pressure value. Here it is denominator. Okay. If we increase the pressure, suppose P total is equals 10 atmosphere. And what is the total number of moles? It is also 10 moles. Now if we increase the atmospheric pressure, suppose it is 20 atmosphere, increase the pressure, and automatically if you increase the pressure, number of moles is also increases. This value is also suppose 20 moles, am I right? 20 moles. That means if we increase the total pressure, automatically number of moles is also increases. Am I right? Now keep this value, suppose here it is P total pressure how much now? P total pressure how much now? Suppose it is 20 here. Okay. Now number of total moles how much? 20. 20 by 20 is cancelled or not? 20 by 20 is cancelled or not? Then is there any effect of Kp? Suppose it is 10. It is 10. Okay, both are cancelled or not? Cancel. Suppose it is 10, it is 5. Okay, now we get some value of Kp, Now if it increases to 20, now suppose it is increases 15. Is there any change in the Kp? Both are increases, am I right? Both are increases. Suppose it is 10, suppose this number of moles, total moles is 10. Both are cancelled or not? So here, these are, in one is present at numerator, another one is at denominator, am I right? If it increases, it is also increases. Both are cancelled, am I right? So there is no effect of pressure and number of moles in this case, am I right? There is no change in the Kp value. So in this case, at constant volume, by adding inert gas, Kp is constant. Why? Because here it is related to pressure and number of moles. Why? Because volume is constant. Am I right? There is no change in the Kp value even if you can increases or decreases these values. Why? Because one is present at numerator, another one is denominator. If you takes any changes here, both are cancelled or not? Same changes are takes place, am I right? Why? Because pressure is increases, number of moles also increases. Pressure is decreases, number of moles also decreases. So one is at numerator, another one is denominator. If you increase 5 times and it is also increases 5 times, both are cancelled or not? Cancelled. Why? Because both are at, one is at numerator, another one is denominator. If increases 5, it is also increases 5. Then 5 by 5 cancelled. Is there any effect at Kp value? So there is no change in the Kp value, so it is taken as constant. So finally, what we conclude here? So at constant volume, there is no effect at equilibrium position by adding inert gases. Okay. So finally, at constant volume, by adding inert gas like argon or krypton, xenon, does not affect the equilibrium position. Is it clear, all of you? What about at constant pressure? Now keep pressure is constant. Now by adding inert gas, pressure is constant. N2O4 is reversible to NO2. This is the gaseous equilibrium reaction where P is constant. Remember this. Now we add some inert gas into this mixer. P is only constant, am I right? But volume is variable. Only pressure is only constant. When we add inert gases, okay, already suppose in this container we have some gases mixer, that is N2O4 is reversible to NO2. Am I right? P is constant. Is it clear? Pressure is constant. Now it has some volume or not? Suppose volume is 20 ml for this mixer. What is the volume of the mixer? Suppose 20 ml. Now we add some inert gas, that is 10 ml of inert gas. 10 ml. Now total volume, how much? 20 plus 10 how much one? 30 milliliters, am I right? Now volume is increases or not? By adding inert gases, volume of the mixture is increases. Is it clear? So by adding inert gas at constant pressure, total volume of mixture is increased. Am I right? We already discussed about if volume is increases at equilibrium, then equilibrium position shift towards to more number of mole side. If volume is increases, then equilibrium position shift towards more number of mole side, you know. If volume is increases by adding inert gases clearly, okay, then automatically what happens? Number of moles is also increases. So if volume is increases, then equilibrium position shift towards to more number of mole side. If volume is increases, equilibrium position shift towards to more number of mole side. Once you need to check it, effect of volume at equilibrium. Volume is increases, equilibrium position shift towards to more number of mole side. Very important. Effect of inert gases at chemical equilibrium at constant volume. It doesn't affect the equilibrium. There is no effect at constant volume. Okay. Next, come to the second case. At constant pressure, then volume is variable or not? Volume is variable. Volume can able to change. Pressure is only constant. Now add 10 ml of inert gases. Totally how much? 20 plus 10, 30 ml. So by adding inert gases at equilibrium mixture, its volume is increases or not? Increases clearly. So when volume is increases, then equilibrium position shift towards to in which direction? More number of mole side. Is it clear, ma? So finally, at constant pressure, by adding inert gas, equilibrium position shifts towards more number of mole side. Let's see one example regarding this. H2 plus at constant pressure only. At constant pressure, H2 N2 is reversible 2 of NH3. Am I right? This is gas. This one is gas. This one is gas. 3 plus 4. 4 moles here we have. How many moles here we have? 2 moles. Now we add argon inert gas. The first case is at constant volume. Volume is constant. Is there any effect equilibrium position? That means either it is forward or backward. No, there is no effect at equilibrium. No effect of equilibrium position at constant volume by adding inert gases. And case 2, suppose at constant pressure is given. What is the effect of inert gases at chemical equilibrium position? So at constant pressure, that means volume is increases, am I right? By adding some quantity of inert gases in the mixer, volume can variable. That means volume is increases or not by adding another gases. So then volume is increases, chemical equilibrium moves towards more number of mole side. So more number of mole side means This is 2 moles and this one is 4 moles. Which one is high? 4 moles. That means equilibrium position shift towards backward. At constant pressure, volume is variable. Why? Because we add inert gases, am I right? So where 10 ml added, suppose it is 20 plus 10, how much? 30 ml. Volume is increases. Then volume is increases, chemical equilibrium position shift towards to more number of moles side. Already we discussed. So chemical equilibrium shift towards to more number of mole side. Now that means backward reaction takes place. Backward reaction takes place in the above example. Is it clear, ma? Simply, effect of inert gases at chemical equilibrium. In that first case, at constant volume, there is no effect of inert gas at chemical equilibrium. At constant pressure, volume is variable. So when we add inert gas, its volume is increases. Am I right? So when volume is increases, chemical equilibrium shift towards to more number of moles side. Is it clear? So regarding these two concepts, it is the example. At constant volume, there is no effect of equilibrium position, but at constant pressure, volume is variable. Here volume is increases. That means number of moles is increased automatically. So it favors to backward reaction. Is it clear, ma? Okay students, we will meet again on tomorrow.